Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points. It's Astra Militarum versus Blood Angels fighting across this urban terrain. These two sides have clashed here before. Astra Militarum did well. Blood Angels achieved some amount of glory, but there will be another battle here. Blood Angels will have another go at taking the fight to the Astra Militarum in this battle. So, bombed out city here, ruins strewn all across this battlefield, tank traps, barricades, burnt out vehicles, but it'll be across this terrain. The Astra Militarum will do battle with the Blood Angels. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. Blood Angels versus Astra Militarum. These two armies have clashed already, so check out the previous encounter with them to see the result. But it's a fresh start here for both sides in this battle. So it's battle forged here, battalion detachment, and a spearhead as well. So 9 command points, a healthy amount of command points for the Blood Angels. So the battalion is made up of 3 units of scouts. The first unit there has bolt pistols and combat knives. The unit behind has bolters and heavy bolter, and then just a unit with bolters at the back. Then the 2 HQs will be the Sanguinary Priest and then the Sanguinor as well. That makes up the battalion, and then there's some elites choices in there as well. 5 Sanguinary Guard, all with the Carmine Swords and Angelus Bolt Guns. 5 Thunderhammer Terminators, whose Storm Shields and Thunderhammers. And then there is a flyer in the army as well. It is the Storm Raven gunship, with the Hurricane Bolters, 2 laser cannons, or twin laser cannon, twin multi-melter on that as well, and then the rockets also available on that. Then heavy support here, what makes up the spearhead. There's 1 HQ, it's a chaplain, just a regular chaplain just there, and then 2 Predator Annihilators, and I've also given them and paid the points for Storm Bolters and Hunter Killer Missiles. And then 2 Bow Predators, again with Storm Bolters, Hunter Killer Missiles, Sponson Heavy Bolters, and each of those carrying a twin assault cannon as well. So quite an elite force here, bulked out to some degree, help there with the battalion coming through from the scouts and granting nice lot of command points here. Blood Angels not used to that many command points, and so I look forward to making use of them with the various stratagems that are available. So that's the force here for the Blood Angels. They're up against a tough army list here. The Astra Militarum in 8th edition with the new codex have proved themselves time and time again to be a difficult opponent or army to take on. We'll take a look now and see what James has in his list. Right, so 2,000 points of Astra Militarum. A nice fluffy based list here, good spread of infantry, ranks and ranks of infantry, scouts as well, heavy weapons teams, and then even heavier stuff as well. We'll let James run through what he has.
Right, this is my 2,000 points of Astra Militarum. They are the Cadians, of course, led by the Lieutenant Colonel of the company. He has the Relic of Lost Cadia as his relic, and his Warlord trait is Grand Strategist. 5+ he regains command points after he spends them. We have the Lord Commissar, who is second in command. He has the Core of Sequilla, so whenever the opponent spends a stratagem, I regain a command point on a 5+. He is equipped with a power sword and a bolt pistol, and I have a Primaris Psyker to make up the battalion. He has got Smite, Night Shroud, and Psychic Maelstrom. And we have, for the bulk of the army, we have the Cadian Shock Troopers. Each squad is equipped with the chainsword and las pistol for the sergeant, vox caster, and a grenade launcher, and that applies to all 6 squads. And acting in command here for the platoon, we have a platoon commander equipped with a power sword and las pistol, and we have a commissar equipped with a bolt pistol and close combat weapon. And then over here is exactly the same combination, except he has got a chainsword for the platoon commander, and the commissar is equipped with a power fist. And then for my recon, I have 3 scout sentinels equipped with autocannons, and the squad leader is equipped with the hunter killer missile. And then for the heavy support element for the brigade, we have a heavy weapons squad of heavy bolters and 2 heavy weapons squads of mortars. And then for my spearhead detachment, I have a tank commander. He is equipped with the battle cannon, hull-mounted las cannon and sponce and plasma cannons. And then I have 2 Leman Russ executioners equipped with the executioner plasma cannon, sponce and plasmas, and a hull-mounted las cannon for both of them. And then I have, for the spearhead detachment, I have a heavy weapons squad of las cannons.
So he's the HQ?
He is the HQ of the spearhead, okay. Yeah. And then for my super heavy auxiliary detachment, I have a hell hammer. Yep. And he's a bit of a beast in close quarters. It's quite fluffy actually, the terrain, because it actually is a urban fighter. This is rightly equipped with the appropriate weaponry, which is the Hellhammer cannon. And that is just under 2,000 points, just 1999 points. And we march for Cadia.
So, yeah, that's James's list. He's always marching for something. Cadia or for McCraig, whatever it's called. But strong list here. It's tough, durable, fluffy, difficult to deal with, and fluffy as well. So it's a well put. Nice. Yeah, no, it's nicely put together. So we'll go on to scenario and deployment next. You can see some objectives put out. We're going to play Maelstrom of War here. So the scenario is Cleanse and Capture. It's mission number 1 from the 8th edition rulebook, Maelstrom of War. We've randomly rolled up, and that is the one that we're going to play. So Cleanse and Capture, 6 objectives on the board, and then we're generating up to 3 objective cards per turn, always keeping it at 3 at the start of each turn. Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker all available in this mission. The deployment zone. James won the roll-off and has decided to play Dawn of War in this one here, just to get a nice spread across the board. So James is across the other side of the table. So this is the Blood Angels deployment zone here, 12 inches in all the way along this table edge. There's an objective just here by this burnt out Chimera. An objective just there behind this ruin. There's an objective just here tucked in there. So 3 objectives nice and close to the Blood Angel deployment zone. And then around the other side there is an objective just here. This is James's deployment zone. This is the view that he has across the table. And he's placed an objective. James put this one out nicely on top of the ruin. You can imagine the guardsman infantry will be covering that one. And then this one on the left-hand side. So that's the objectives. We'll start deploying now. So we're going to start putting units on the board, placing them one at a time until both sides have finished their deployment. Right, just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's by GameMat.eu. They produce a variety now of battle mats, perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000. This one's 6x4, it's one of the nice urban battle mats that they do. It's this mouse mat material. Just here it gives it a nice grip, and it rolls out nice and flat. And then on top there's another material there where they print the actual design. And then for our games we just simply put our terrain on top, some stones and scatter, and it all blends in really good. And as you can see from this table, it's quite impressive. But the mat really does give you a nice foundation. Loads of colours used in this mat here, so it's nicely produced by them. They do loads of different mats, 6x4 and other sizes as well. Perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000 and other gaming systems as well. So you can check them out. That's GameMat.eu. Alright, so deployment done for the Blood Angels here. So in the right hand corner is the Stormraven gunship, trying to keep as far away as we can from James's long range firepower, but it's difficult here in Dawn of War. So in this corner now, inside there is the Thunderhammer Terminators, Sanguinary Priest, and the Chaplain. These have gone into reserves. They will deep strike down turn 1 onwards. We are playing the restrictions here for the FAQ, so they'll have to deploy in their deployment zone if they come down in turn 1. Battle Predator here on this right hand side. Scouts sneaking and trying to hide as best as they can behind this burnt out Chimera, securing objective number 5. Then here on the red pipeline, blending in quite well, the Predator Annihilator here at the back. Battle Predator just here. Scouts, again, using the solid cover to try and hide and secure objective number 6. Then on this left-hand side, Predator here, I think mostly obscured. There's a solid wall here. Scouts making use of that cover as well, so they're securing objective number 1. So Blood Angels, a nice spread across the board and securing 3 objectives. They're looking in pretty good shape. I reckon who goes first may well be important here. Yeah, you can make those moves now, James. James is going to make some scout sentinel moves. Oh, look at that. Snatching objective number 2. Nice. That's why he takes those. Oh, snatching another objective just there with that scout sentinel. Good job. And that one's going to go ahead as well. Love seeing sentinels being used in games. Great to see them. So a group here of tanks ready to sweep round on this right hand flank, supported by infantry. So they're going to make their manoeuvre around. That's the commander just here. Him? Yep, okay. Infantry here, primary striker. Infantry up here and the heavy bolters. Las cannon teams just here with a view through this window through to the tank. And then infantry squads here with Lord Commissar, army commanders just there as well. That's him. Squad on top, securing objective number 4. Super heavy's just here, the Hellhammer, with a nice clear view, ignoring cover when it fires. So plenty of targets for that to choose from. Double cluster of mortars here in this corner. Infantry squad, platoon commander, Commissar, and the left-hand side, the Limrus Executioner, is it called? Right, okay. So that's the deployment done. We've seen the Sentinels making their scout moves as well. They've made their initial strides across the table just there. A nice wide spread of play here in this game. It's looking...
Something different.
Something different. Looks nice. This does look good. The game will hinge on the cards that are drawn. Whoever goes first will draw 3 cards, and then it's maintained at 3, a minimum of 3 each turn. So you draw as many cards as you need to bring it back up to 3. Each side will do that, fulfilling those objectives as the game goes along. And then we've said there is Linebreaker, First Blood, and Slay the Warlord all available as well. So potential for both sides to score a nice lot of points in this game. But it all depends on the cards that are drawn. Yeah, so having said all of that, I think both armies will be interested in bashing away at each other here with firepower in the early stages of the game. Regardless of what objectives come up, there's the need to silence the weapons that either side has. Okay, this is it. This is the roll to see who goes first. We finished deploying first, so we will get +1.
6.
James has rolled a 6. He laughs. He laughs. And he's right to laugh. Oh no, not good. So we'll try and seize initiative on a 6. No, we do not. So Astra Militarum, I'm going to go first here. So can't complain. You have to build an army that's able to compensate and cope with that. Will the Blood Angels be able to cope this time? The Astra Militarum will go first. They will get to strike here in this game. James will get to draw his cards first. Blood Angels are going to have to brace themselves here as the Astra Militarum turn 1 is about to take place. Not too good here for Blood Angels. The Guard will relish going first here in this game. But we'll see. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. But Astra Militarum will get to shoot first. Alright, so Astra Militarum on the move. You can see James has moved the Super Heavy out already, so playing aggressively with that Super Heavy siege tank. Objectives then. So he has Area Denial, which is score 1 victory point if there's no enemy models within 6, or D3 victory points if there's no enemy models within 12. Currently, the scouts are just beyond that wall there, denying James that objective, but we'll check. Definitely within 12, maybe within 6, so we'll see. Might be able to pick up a point for that one. You discarded a card.
Yes, for 2 command points.
2 command points paid for that. That one's gone.
I got defend.
Which was turn objective number 5, or which we control. It's one of the objectives. That one over there. Right, okay, so James is abandoning that one. Defend objective number 6. So that's 2 consecutive turns. That's the one where the scouts are holding, which is just beyond that wall. So still that one's difficult. Definite incentive now for James to advance there, especially towards the centre of the table for the area denial and for the objective. And then defend objective number 2, which I believe you have control of. Yes, this one here. So again, points can be picked up in this area here for both sides.
No, I have to defend that one. So if you knock those...
That's what I'm saying. You've got to hold there. Not just for this turn, is it? You've got to defend it, right? So I can try and... Yeah, okay. So an incentive there for the Blood Angels to try and kick James off of that objective just there. So we'll check the centre of the board and mark that one out to see who is within range and let James make the rest of his moves here. Alright, so movement complete. James pushing on with an attack here on this right-hand flank. Blood Angels weaker on this side. So James taking advantage of that. Scout Sentinel just moving up to here. Squad behind. Are you going to move him? Or are you trying to deny?
Yeah, he's moved a little bit just to try and deny him.
Denying deep strikers, yes, okay. Psyker here, is he staying where he is?
Yeah, he's staying where he is.
Then this squad's moved ahead, and the Scout Sentinel securing objective number 2. Holding position here. This is a good commanding position here for these infantry and the heavy weapons team. Las Cannons holding position. These squads remaining where they are. Super Heavies move through the gap, and then Sentinels secured just there. And it looks like James has held position just there. Everything James has in his army is on the board. There's no reserves or deep strikers to come on at all. We'll now go on to Psychic Phase. Nothing to do.
Actually,
you might be able to cast your protection on a unit.
Night Shroud.
Night Shroud. So James will do that. See if that goes off.
Yep.
It does.
So it's -1 to hit.
-1 to hit that guard squad. Okay. That's Psychic Phase done. We're going to Shooting Phase next. Alright, so shooting here. James has issued all of his orders, ready to go. Smoke and Shroud on this rust just there. Okay, so you're going to fire across at this Predator. We've checked the line of sight. It is 50% obscured, so it'll help a little bit. So away you go. Do your worst.
I moved more than half, so I don't get the 2d6, it's 1d6.
Oh, phew. Okay.
But
We'll show down here. Main battle tanks here. We were saying it's a bit of a lineup between the Predator here versus the Executioner. We'll see who triumphs. Both armies have 2 of each. That was a 1. James just rolled.
Command reroll.
He's going to command reroll it.
6. 5 plus a regain. Yes.
Oh, he's good. His dice rolling is good. 6 shots then.
Supercharging. So any rolls of a 1, it's a mortal wound because I moved. Nice. And don't suffer any penalties for the main weapon.
Yep.
Strength 8, toughness 7. So that's 4 wounds at AP -3.
Wow. Okay. So 5 up saves then.
Yeah.
We really do need to get a couple here. We've passed 1.
6 damage.
Ouch, 6 damage. Painful. I'm not going to... I'll try and re-roll one of these. So 5 plus. Yes, we do. And you steal it. Veritas Vitae for us. No, so we don't retain that command point. That was helpful, that re-roll there. So we've taken 4 damage in total. It could have been a lot worse. So 7 wounds. Just to mention here for Blood Angels, Veritas Vitae is the relic that we have. So on a 5 plus, when command points are spent, we get them back. Warlord trait, by the way, as well, is Heroic Bearing. That's on the Sanguinor, and it's auto pass morale. Units within 6 inches, just to cover that there for the Blood Angels. But that's helped out that reroll. That would have been dropped down to 5 wounds left. But James still has some damage to come through. It's deadly weaponry here. These are the 2 sponsons firing. That's 4 shots they'll get. They're D3 each.
5s to hit because it's a heavy weapon.
5s to hit.
Any roll of a 1 is a mortal wound because I'm supercharging.
Okay.
So that's a mortal wound, so it's down to 11.
Okay.
And 3 set wound.
Oh, you can't withstand firepower like that.
Of that magnitude.
No. Right, so 3 of them needing 5s.
Yep.
To try and block. We do block 2. Oh, some helpful dice rolling here, but we drop another 2 down to 5. Now we've dropped into a damage bracket here, so James is getting the first strike off here against the Predator Annihilator.
Last cannon.
Last cannon. 1 chance, needing a 5+. Oh, another 6. This dice rolling is on fire. 3+. Does wound. -3. 5 up to block this. We need to, else there'll be trouble. Oh, we roll a 6. An exchange of dice rolls going on here right at the early stages of this game. Grey dice are fantastic. Last game they were really good, and they've been very good here in this game so far. Right, so the other Russ can't see.
You may see that.
He might see some other target yet, but he can't see that Predator that's on 5 damage. It looks like it's going to survive here, hopefully. So this Scout Sentinel is going to fire through...
into the...
Battle Predator.
Battle Predator, yep. Needing 4s, rerolling 1s because it's a scout move. Miss, that's it.
2 misses. Alright, yes, the Russ just over there will fire at this Battle Predator. James can see with the tank.
I moved more than half move.
Just a D6.
1d6. It's only 1 shot, but needing 3s still.
That's the commander. Okay.
And 6 hit. And the primary weapon ignores the penalty for -1 for
Okay.
heavy.
That's a wound, yeah. That's -2.
-2. Yeah.
So we'll switch to our trusty red dice now. I knew that was going to happen. Oh dear.
Not within range of the player.
D3 damage.
Yeah. That's 2.
2. Down to 9 wounds left. He's got a whole las cannon actually, so that's in range.
4s to hit. That's a hit.
Another 6 again.
3s to wound. That's a wound.
Another wound. 5+ to block this. No, D6 damage. Battle Predator in trouble. Battle Predator in big trouble here. We drop to 3 wounds. That tank's been crippled here by a deadly las cannon shot coming through. Astra Militarum firepower has been impressive so far. Your sponsons are out of range.
Yeah,
they're out of range. All right, so not bad. 2 tanks on the flank here, crippling 2 of the Blood Angels tanks just here. If James keeps this up, Blood Angels will find themselves in trouble. All right, James may well be able to finish this off here. The relic of Lost Cady has been activated. The las cannon team, which is just there, is within range and line of sight of firing through to the Battle Predator here. He's got 3 wounds left. This is nice triangulated firepower here from the guard. In 4s.
It's re-rolling 1s to hit because I stood still and the relic. And that's 1.
2 hits. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Yeah, and then
3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Rerolling 1s because of the relic. No.
Just the 1 comes through. We get a save here of 5+. Right, so 5+ here to try and block this. No, it's D6 damage. A 3+, you will destroy this tank. Got no reroll available. Rolls a 2. There's 1 wound left. Battle Predator in serious trouble here. Right, so 1 heavy bolter can see through to him.
Range.
So 3 shots, needing 4s. Oh, they've all hit. 2 6s and a 4. 5s for wounds.
Yep.
It's within 12 inches to reroll 1s. Not another 6. Oh no, 2 6s come through. So on 2 up save becomes a 3 up save with the -1. So 2 saves are 3+. Otherwise we die. We die. Okay, so he's gone. I'll roll up here. This is first blood James picks up. We don't detonate, but Battle Predator has been destroyed. Right, so James is going to fire his super heavy now. He has declared all of his shooting, so we'll just let him choose what he wants to fire first.
So primary weapon is going to shoot into that one.
Okay.
The heavy bolters are going to shoot into that. And Demolisher cannon is going to shoot into that. And the 2 las cannons and auto cannon
into the Storm Raven. Okay, so James is going for a nice spread. So main battle cannon or Hellhammer going after this Predator Annihilator. This could hurt a lot. So 9 shots coming through, 4s to hit. Yeah. There's enough there to destroy this tank if you're all well. 3s for wounds.
If I get all of these, you're dead.
Oh. Oh, 9 damage. As you see, it's -4, ignoring cover. There's nothing you can do about it. It's 9 damage. Predator's left with 2 wounds. So, Blood Angels main battle tanks here taking horrific damage in this game so far. James's firepower overwhelming for them at this stage. Let him fire his weapons. So you've got 2 las cannons you can shoot. It's already been declared, so they can go after this. Need 5s.
1 hit.
A hit. 3s for a wound. No. Okay.
And an auto cannon.
Yeah. 4s. 5s, sorry. 4s.
Strength 7, toughness 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 up save. Yes, passed. Nothing on the Storm Raven. Yeah, demolish the cannon next. It's in itself a nasty weapon. D3 shots. Gets 2. Need 4s. Missed. Okay. And then heavy bolters. James getting 18 shots. So he's going to try and rinse down some of the wounds here on this Bow Predator. Right, so heavy bolters coming in here, needing 4s, and you're re-rolling 1s.
Nope, because it's an auxiliary.
Oh, right, you don't get... Okay, yeah.
If there was 3 super heavies, I would get it, because it's part of it.
Okay.
So it was thanks to Mitch, actually, that pointed it out.
5s to wound. Oh, Mitch Farrington.
Mitch Farrington.
So it's a total of 4 wounds. Okay, James just rolled up there.
-1, and...
Yeah, strong cover here. Some 3+. Passed all of them except 1. Alright, so 1 damage taken, 10 wounds left. This is Sentinel firing here. 2 hits actually, well done.
1.
And a wound comes through.
-1 +1.
Failed and 2 damage. So 8 wounds. And the wounds start to come through here, these tanks suffering at the moment. So James has this Russ here in this corner. Deadly firepower available from that, but range may well be an issue. We'll check here, see what his options are. Yeah, so he's in range of the Bow Predator, just about 1.5 inches, but not within range of the Storm Raven gunship. So we'll let James roll up to see how many shots he gets.
This is for the sponson weapons.
Yeah, so it's 2d3.
So I am supercharging. So 6
shots.
And the primary weapon is 7.
Okay. That's a brilliant configuration for the Russes.
Needing 4s to hit.
Yeah.
Rerolling the 1s, thankfully, otherwise it would have been 4 mortal wounds.
God.
Because of Cadia.
Right.
So I take 2 mortal wounds.
Oh, you still roll 2 1s, yes. 2 mortal wounds taken. Okay.
And they are hits.
A lot of hits here. Bow Predator in trouble. I thought this one might get away with it this turn, but nope. It's about to be hit very, very hard by this plasma weaponry.
3s to wounds, supercharged.
Oh, that's deadly. I think the Bow Predator's going to die here. So I need a lot of 6s here, else there'll be trouble. No, it's gone. It's 2 damage a time, so Bow Predator's destroyed. Roll up to see if it detonates here. Ideally, no, but no, it hasn't worked out. It's detonated. So he's gone. It's going to be D3 mortal wounds. 2 scouts have been killed here. We'll check this range. All right, so a deadly blow there. Bow Predator destroyed under the sheer weight of blistering firepower here from... yeah, James says the tanks are slightly overheated here. But well worth shooting though. Incredible weaponry on those Russes. They are hard to beat and hard to match in firepower for sure. Blood Angel vehicles being brought down here in quick succession. In fact, both Bow Predators have gone.
Oh, yeah.
And the Predators messed up. This one here 5 wounds, this one left on 2. So a real sorry state here for the Blood Angel vehicles. Storm Raven gunship took a mortal wound. It was within 6. We rolled a 1. And then across here, the scouts have taken 2 casualties as well after that detonation took place. I'll let James fire the rest of his models here. Some infantry to fire, some mortars to resolve. We'll get that finished off, and that'll be the shooting phase done. Alright, so it's just the mortars ready to fire. James using them to target the scouts just here, and 2 of them brought down. We were getting cover at 3+, that helped to keep some of them alive, but they have taken 2 casualties in total. So that's the end of shooting there. It's been a very, very good here for the Astra Militarum. Just shows it's very difficult to match them in firepower here. To line up your shooting army against theirs, Astra Militarum, they are very hard to match here. Blood Angels arrayed their vehicles ready to fire, but the Astra Militarum have gone first, and they've caused havoc here amongst the Blood Angel main battle tanks. That's the end of shooting. I take it there's no assaults to take place, so that'll mark the end of the turn. It's been a good start here for the Astra Militarum. Their reputation for being rock solid here in 8th edition continues. Blood Angels struggling here to cope with the amount of damage coming through. We'll now go on to the first turn of the game for the Blood Angels. They're under pressure. They need to respond. They need to try and dent the firepower that's coming from these guardsmen. Infantry, not so important. It is this super heavy and those limb russes that need to be dealt with. Do the Blood Angels have the firepower to cause any kind of trouble? We'll have to see. We're going to turn 1 for them next. The situation is desperate. Blood Angels need a miracle. Alright, so we're on the start of the first turn here for Blood Angels. Just to mention for James, he's not traded in either of these two, so defend objective number 2. You can place that on the board here, just to remind you, because you can end 2 consecutive turns. It's the end of my turn. You'll have that. Yes, you'll have that, yeah. And then area denial here. James has cleared the Blood Angels away from 6, but not 12. So he's going to hang on to that one. So he's going to cling on to that one. And then discarded, you're allowed to drop 1 at the end of a turn. Defend objective number 6, which is the one just in the middle over there. So that one's gone. James will be able to draw 2 cards next turn. Yes, if he fulfills this one. Yeah, all right. So that's that one done. We'll draw some cards now for the Blood Angels. So so far, James on 0 points, but potentially can get some. First blood, yes. And then for tactical objectives, potentially can pick up some at the end of this turn. Blood Angels, here we go. Mission critical objective.
Sure, D6.
When this tactical objective is generated, roll D6. 1 victory point if you control the corresponding objective marker. If the corresponding objective marker was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn, and you control it at the end of your turn, it's D3 victory points. Okay. Objective marker number 5, which is held by scouts. So we can pick up a point here, at least at the end of this turn. Even if we lose more stuff, the game hinges on the points being scored. Blood and guts. Cuts. Guts. Either or. Score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during the fight phase of this turn. If 3 or more enemy units were destroyed during the fight phase, it's D3 victory points. Okay, so nice incentive there to get stuck in. Maybe difficult this turn with the limitations on deep striking. Secure objective number 4 by the end of our turns. Objective number 4 is... oh, right, yes, it's up there. Okay, so quite safe just there. So I don't think we're going to override that. We're going to save our command points and maybe drop that at the end of the turn, perhaps. But that's the objectives then. Potential for the Blood Angels to get some points here. We'll go on to their movement phase next. It's difficult for them at this stage. We've lost firepower. We've lost our anti-infantry firepower here with the Bow Predators and our anti-tank. These 2 vehicles here in serious trouble. This one especially just on 2 wounds left. Storm Raven though is in pretty good shape. Should be able to move that across the board and use its firepower. Alright, so movement done here for the Blood Angels. The Storm Raven gunship's gone up the board to here. Plenty of options with firepower from that. The scouts, a couple of the bolters have moved around to this right-hand side to let off a few shots. Heavy bolters remain stationary to fire. The Predator Annihilator anchoring at the back, not moving, just trying to keep our ballistic skills best as we can, given the damage that we've already taken. Scouts holding position here, happy to sit on objective number 6. Then objective number 1 being held by the scouts. One of them's gone upstairs just to hide a bit better up there. And this Predator has remained stationary as well. We've held off with our reserves. The Sanguinary Guard and the Sanguinor have not turned up this turn. So that is the end of movement phase. No psychic phase. The Blood Angels will go on to their shooting next. They need to hit hard back against the Imperial Guard. Alright, so we're going to start with him. Revenge. 4 shots, steam 5. So we're going to go against the Super Heavy. 2 hits. That's respectable. Wounds. That's a 4. Happy enough with that one?
Yep, happy with
that. That's a 1, which I think I should try and reroll. So James will try and steal it. No. 5 plus Veritas Vitae. Nope. And then 3 plus for a wound. Yes. 2 wounds come through. It's -3. We've agreed James doesn't get cover just for the sheer size of the model. There. And he's not 50% obscured. So 6s.
Nope.
Oh, all of a sudden 2d6 damage comes through against the Super Heavy. Revenge, yes, sweet revenge. 9 wounds taken on the Super Heavy tank, knocking James down quite significantly there. That's pretty good. We'll then go for the Hunter Killer to declare it. That's got its hit, but it hasn't wounded, and there's no rerolls available. And that one-shot weapon's been used up, but not bad for him, given the damage.
That's very good.
Now, so what's interesting, I rolled 2 3s there to hit as well. If that was our turn 1, you would have been hit by 4 laser cannons. That's the difference turn 1 has made. But anyway, can't change what's already taken place. But James down to 17 wounds remaining. Okay, so that's a good start. Yeah, that's encouraging. So, Stormraven gunship next. If we get a good round from this gunboat here, then we could cause trouble. Talking about tactics, right? We've flown up here. Now, if we can deal with or cause trouble for this Russ in the corner and the Super Heavy, James's other heavier firepower, and I was thinking especially the range 36 stuff, is all the way up the other end of the board. And so, not the tank commander, he's got a battle cannon, but all of this plasma stuff out of range potentially. I'm thinking especially of the Stormraven gunship. So Blood Angels, they've got a chance here to cause some trouble. So what we've done, we have declared one of each of the Hurricane Bolters into the mortar teams at the back. 2 laser cannon shots are going to go into here, and the 2 rockets and also the multi-melters are going to go into the Russ. So splitting up fire. Let's hope this pays off here. Do we? I'm thinking, should I just put everything into that Russ?
Just pump them full of
No, all right, no, we'll split here. We'll split. Okay, 2 laser cannon shots into the Super Heavy. No rerolls available. 3 plus for a wound. It does wound. 6 plus to save James. Otherwise, another d6 worth of damage is going to come through. Nope. He doesn't. And I will scream with joy if this is a 6. Okay, that was an inhaling scream. That's knocked him down.
That's a bracket.
How many wounds you got left? 11?
12.
12. Wow.
Damage bracket as well.
Damage bracket as well. That's helpful. -1 to hit. -1 to hit against the flyer. All of a sudden. That's good. Very good. All right. So we'll go for 2 multi-melter shots now into the Russ. What? Just it's going so well. 2 rocket shots. That's a big relief. Storm strike rockets. Yeah. 4s for a wound here. Nothing. Russ has got away with it. Oh no. Okay, that's a shame. Hurricane Bolters, yeah, we'll do those next. Okay, so we fired the Storm Bolters through. I'll go around to the other side and show you what's happened here. So we split our fires. We fired 1 of each the mortar teams. James rolled poorly for saves here at the back. I lost 2 of them, and then a wound taken on the front squad just there. But starting to knock. Yeah, take cover was played just there. All right, but that's the situation. Stormraven right in amongst the Astra Militarum here. This one's taken particular amount of damage, 12 wounds. He's dropped to 7. I played Hellfire Shells from the heavy bolter here. We got our hit, and we rolled a 6 for mortal wounds. A nicely placed round there from the heavy bolts, and that was good, knocking James down to 7 wounds on that rust, but not enough to knock him down on a bracket. So still plenty of firepower still available on that flank. So the Blood Angels, a wound caused as well, by the way, so dropping down to 5 wounds here. That was a bolt around coming through from the scouts just here. These don't have a target. This one's fired, so all that we have left is this one here. We're going to fire at the Russ, trying to come around on our left-hand flank. So, we've already checked line of sight for this. James does not get cover here.
Hit though, because smoke.
Oh, you fired smoke. Right, so we need 5s to hit you. There's no other targets really, so it's going to have to be against you there, and the smoke has protected.
Smoke and shroud.
Smoke and shroud. 1 hunter killer, I'm just going to let it loose. Does get a hit. It doesn't wound though, and that marks the end of the shooting phase here for the Blood Angels. Alright, so that's the shooting phase finished. There's no assaults to take place. Morale, James has done morale and no problem at all.
No problem
with the mortars, right? Oh, Commissar.
Discipline.
Okay. Right, so that's the end of the turn. We will trade in mission critical objective, which is objective number 5, which we secure. So we've picked up a point for that. We'll just place a marker on there, and then James has traded in objective number 2, and he has picked up 2 victory points for securing this objective here at the end of 2 consecutive turns. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. 2-1 picked up. James has first blood picked up as well, so Astra Militarum are ahead both in objectives and also in causing damage here against the Blood Angels, but still hope for them. Storm Raven gunship, good firepower from that. Some decent hits coming through from the damaged Predator as well. Has more than half destroyed the Super Heavy. We'll go now on to the second turn of the game. Blood Angels will have to brace themselves for another round of Astra Militarum firepower. We'll see how effective it can be on this next turn coming up. Turn 2 for the Astra Militarum coming up next. Okay, so James on the move here, just to cover his cards. Area denial, that's still that central objective there James has retained. Supremacy has been drawn. D3 victory points if you control any 3 objectives at the end of your turn. James should easily be able to fulfill that one. And then Hammer of the Emperor here. 1 victory point if you destroyed an enemy unit that was controlled an objective marker at the start of the turn. So that would be my scout units. The squad over here, the squad behind the ruin just here, and also the squad over there as well. So potential for James to pick up a fair amount of victory points at this turn. It's all going quite well at the moment. It's taking damage here, but still the vast majority of his force intact. James has played jury rigging here, remained stationary, and has regained a lost wound there on that Russ. Alright, so movement done here for the Astra Militarum on turn 2. So infantry squad fanning out here. James anticipating potentially the Sanguinary Guard and the Sanguinor turning up. So these have manoeuvred into this position. Not moved with him, didn't move with him.
I didn't move with him.
He stayed still, yeah. So he is lined up to fire and continue the exchange of fire between him and the Predator Annihilator. Holding this objective number 2. Remaining stationary here. Psycho's just here, just to really deny this area for the Sanguinary Guard to land. Las cannons on the move around here, setting up on the balcony. James has moved this squad across, this infantry squad, and then it's 6 inches coherency here on buildings, and he's then merged with the top squad, combined squads.
Yeah, he's within 2 inches of them.
That's fine.
Squad, so I consolidated squads.
That's all right, yeah. Backing off here, again, James trying to form a screen just to protect himself here against a potential charge from the descending angels. And remaining stationary here with the Russ in the corner. That's about it. So Blood Angels trying to counter, or the Astra Militarum trying to counter this Blood Angels attack. James would hunker down, repel the attack, and then fan out in later turns to secure these objectives. He has plenty of units to do it. Blood Angels stretched at the moment because of the elite, the eliteness of their army, and thus the smaller scale, plus the damage that they've taken as well, which doesn't help either. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Okay, Psychic Phase finished. James tried to cast Warp Shroud.
Yeah, that's Night Shroud.
Night Shroud on here, on this Russ. Failed. Okay. So that's Psychic Phase done. On to Shooting Phase next. Alright, so orders being issued here first. Move being granted to this unit here. James spreading them out, again acting as a screen to try and protect these tanks on this flank. Just that not knowing where the Blood Angels reserves will arrive. Yeah, they could arrive here, middle of the table, or across to support the attack taking place here. It's decisions to be made later on. Other orders have been issued. We'll let James start making his shooting attacks next. Okay, so we're going to start here. Russ versus Predator here. So you remain stationary this time. It's 2d6 shots on top.
Well, I find a last cannon.
Oh, a last cannon shot. Okay, finish me off. Okay. Hits. Oh no. Wounds.
5 up save.
5 up save for cover. Oh!
That's why.
Whoa, okay.
Now it's my charge. Primary weapon, 2d6 rate of fire. So 7, 2d3 of the plasmas. So that's 5.
Okay, it's 12 shots. It's all be the same stat line. James is supercharging here, so he will get to cause 2 damage. This Predator's pretty much doomed. It should be destroyed. I'm going to be surprised if it survives here.
4s, rerolling 1s, because I stood still. And any further 1s are mortal wounds.
Oh, none, okay. So strength 8.
Yep.
3 to wound. Yeah, it's really good. That's a good result. So I need 5s here. If we get a load of 5s, it'd be good. Oh, that's really worth a command reroll, you know. Yeah, 5+. James will try and steal it.
Right.
It's cocked dice. That's all right. You can reroll it.
No.
He doesn't, and I do not. Oh,
It's a cocked die.
oh, thanks, James. You're really kind. Ah! And then a Veritas Vitae.
Yeah.
It didn't cost us anything. Okay. Predator destroyed. I roll up to see if it detonates here, which it does not. So scouts will be happy. Wanted it to detonate on them. They're hunkered down in here trying to secure objective number 1. They've lost their heavy firepower support. Predator Annihilator has been destroyed. So Predator gone. Looks like the scouts will survive though. It's a very tight angle to be shot at there. They're nicely hidden behind that solid wall. Just there. Scouts have been helpful for the Blood Angels in this game. All 3 of these squads securing objectives for the Blood Angels whilst other units move out, not only granting the army itself a load of command points, but also strategically proving very helpful indeed with their tactical flexibility. Or press on with the rest of the shooting here. It's been a good start here. Blood Angels withering here under the firepower from the Astra Militarum. Right, so from one end of the board to the other, tank commander here with the main battle cannon is firing across at the Storm Raven gunship.
Moved more than...
So just 1d6, James got 3.
So I need 4s to hit, even though it's grind advance, but it's -1 to hit to the fly.
Yep.
So 4s to hit.
A hit. And no wound, that's it. Alright, so James will have to try and use firepower at this end, try and bring this Storm Raven down. It has 13 wounds left. Alright, good shooting here. Sentinel fired. Hunter Killer Missile missed. Autocannon round hit. The other missed, and then a wound, and we fouled. So 2 wounds taken, down to 11 wounds now. That was firepower from this Sentinel here. Good supporting fire coming in from that. The other Sentinel, it's just behind the ruin here. It's going to fire right up into the underbelly of the Storm Raven. James has rolled a 5 and a 6 for a hit, so he's done a good shooting here. 4s for wounds though. 1 gets through, and we're on a 4+ to save. Save that 1. That's blocked 2 damage coming through. That's good. James is just trying to chip away wounds here as best as he can. Last cannon's moved.
Yes.
Yes.
That one can see the...
Oh, he's trying to line up targets here. Yeah, so only 2 las cannons here can see the Storm Raven. It's 4s to hit, -1 for their movement, and -1 for hard to hit. So 6s.
No, that's it.
Okay. And what was the order on them?
Take aim, so I would reroll 1s. Even though
Oh, right, okay, fine. So options gradually been cut down here, but still 2 potent tanks to fire. 11 wounds to try and chew through, plus a Predator down here to try and finish off on 2 wounds remaining. That's the last of the main battle tanks actually for the Blood Angels. Right, James is going to fire what's left of the mortars. 3d6, just going to combine the 2 squads together here. This is the number of shots, 8 shots. He's going after this squad. He's going to try and go for that area denial tactical objectives. He needs to clear these scouts out of the way.
4s rerolling because of take aim.
Yep. We're in cover, so we'll get a 3+ save. And you'll need 4s to wound here. Scouts should survive this. 2 wounds. 2 saves of 3+. Passed. Right, so they hold. Mortars not as effective as they could have been because of the damage they've taken from the Storm Raven gunship. Yeah, sorry, there's another mortar in there. So we missed one out. And we're looking for more wounds. This is the fourth and final mortar here. Two more saves, yeah? 3+, pass, 6 and a 4. Scouts proving hard to root out here. The cover helping them out just there on the objective. Tactically, they're proving useful here for the Blood Angels, for sure. You could almost take another battalion of them.
What, scouts?
Scouts. I mean, that's 10 command points, and it would let the rest of your army just use loads of tactical objectives, or command points and stratagems. Just an idea, and it bulks the army out quite nicely, but the 3 squads at least are proving useful here. So it's quite impressed with the help here from the 10th company here for the scouts. And give them things like flak missiles and the heavy bolters, all useful stuff. But anyway, James thinking now, tick-tock, time ticks away as you try and destroy the Storm Raven gunship. What's proving awkward here for James is the -1 to the ballistic skill because of the damage that's been taken. -1 and then -1, 6s to hit here. So does he risk going for those 6s? Or does he fire at something else? There's a Predator down here to finish off as well. It's only a matter of time before we get to have fun with the Thunderhammers. Sorry, really itching to get them involved in combat. James is going to fire this. Are you going to fire everything into the Storm Raven?
Oh yeah, everything.
Okay, here we go. 2d6 with the supercharging turret. Oh, it is good. Respectful 9 shots coming through. 2d3 shots as well. Oh, dear me, that's another 6 shots. Brilliant stuff. That's 15 shots. Going to head towards the Storm Raven. Each one's going to be kicking out 2 damage a time. So this is it. 5s to hit. This is the crucial point. It's good. You have rolled well. You have rolled well. Could have been a lot worse. You've actually got yourself 6 hits. Oh boy. Strength 8.
Yep, supercharged. I didn't roll any once.
No, that's good rolling. 3s to wound. You've got to hope that some of these fail. 2 of them have 4 get through. He'll not bring it down, but that's nasty damage coming through. So 4 saves.
AP -3.
Of 6+. Any 6s would be very welcome. None. 8. 8 damage taken here. Yeah, it's the 3 wounds left here on the Storm Raven gunship. This is a las cannon shot. Surely not. Bah! A 6. He is in a habit of rolling 6s recently. 3+. Surely not. Bah! Another 6. All we need is a 6. And I will do a scream this time if I roll it. Oh.
D6.
Oh no. 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. If you chant it long enough, it will happen.
Oh! I spent a command point. I don't think I have.
Good, not sure about that. I can't try and remember here. All right, we don't think he's used a command point. We're both using our memories here. 5+ to regain.
Yes.
Okay, we'll chant 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. 1 or 2, come on, 1 or 2. Oh, last, please. 3 he needed and 3 he got. Okay, so roll up. Oh, please, Storm Raven brought down. If that had remained alive, we could have caused some trouble, but no, it's not to be. And now, you blasted tank over here can fire at 5s to hit my Terminators. Okay, right, we'll do some disembarkation, check some damage here. Storm Raven gunship has been destroyed, and I'd love to explode. Nope. Okay, so we've rolled for disembarkation. Didn't explode. No casualties taken. Didn't roll any 1s when we disembarked. So the full squad of Assault Terminators has emerged, along with the Sanguinary Priest and the Chaplain as well. 3 inches disembarkation move. We tried to hide from this, but failed. James will still get to see us here. It was close, but it's just too much of coverage here. He's got every angle covered with this super heavy. So Terminators expect them to be targeted here. This one's completed. These are fired. It's down to the super heavy now. James just deciding what weapons to fire where next. Right, so James going for a spread of firepower here. Heavy bolter is going to go into the scouts. The demolisher cannon, the main battle cannon, going to go into the Terminators, and then 2 las cannons and an auto cannon into the Predator. If James does well here, the Blood Angels are in a spot of bother, shall we say. So, what are you going to fire at first?
I'm going to fire the heavy bolters into the scouts.
Okay, right, he's going to try and rinse these away from here.
It's 5s to hit because of the damage.
Because of the damage, okay, yeah, I've got a bit of cover as well. So, 5s. Still, with the amount of shots, you should get some coming through. Only 4. 3's to wound.
All wounded.
All wounded. 4 up saves after James's -1. And we foul 3 of them, and they're dead.
Point.
Silly scouts. If only they'd had power armor, they would have survived. Okay. So, mission accomplished there. Well done. Auto cannon and 2 laser cannons. So auto cannon, 2 shots in 5s. 2 misses. Laser cannons. This is the moment of truth here. James misses with these. He gets 2 5s. Oh, I can't believe that. 2 5s. Okay, 3's to wound. Oh, 2 and a 1.
Wrong, so that's failed.
Predators escaped. Interesting result there. And it was that caused you trouble last turn. Okay, Terminators then. Demolisher cannon.
How many Terminators do you have?
Got 5, yeah, you get D6 shots.
D6.
Yep. He's rolled a 6. I can't believe this. This is madness.
Needing 5s.
Needing 5s. And what have you rolled?
4
6s. I don't know what's going on. This is without digital effects. Incredible.
10.
2's to wound, yeah. Oh, 1 failed. So invuln saves here. It's D6 damage a time.
Oh yeah.
I have no
Invuln save.
Do you have a reroll left?
Me?
Me.
I don't.
No, do I? I think I've used it, haven't I, to protect her?
Yes, you did.
I've used it, okay. This is a straight 3+ invuln saves then. Ah, 1 gets through. D6 if you roll a 1.
4.
No, right, so Terminator gone. You can take that one just there. So 1 Terminator destroyed. A couple of characters have fallen over as well from the back blast, but they'll get to their feet. Just leave them where they are as they gather themselves together. Because next the Hellhammer shot's going to come through.
3d6.
Oh, 2 6s and a 1. 13 shots here. The invuln save can protect us. Plus...
More than that.
Okay. This is D6 damage a time. D3 damage.
It's 3 damage a time.
Oh, straight 3 damage.
Mm-hmm. And ignores cover.
Yes. Now 3+ invuln.
-4.
Right, 5s and 6s to hit then with these shots coming through. All depends on how well James rolls. He'll not wipe the Terminators out here. He's got 3 hits. 2 wounds. No wounded, okay. So we'll roll your own grey dice to spit back defiance at you. We failed with 1. There's another Terminator gone. Right, so that one can go, yep. So there's 3 of them left. Still pretty good size to that unit. Glad to see those still alive. And James's firepower's not too much left. We'll see what's left here. Let James fire, perhaps some infantry available. But 3 of the Terminators have survived. Alright, so shooting phase done. Terminators here, they'll be auto-pass morale, by the way, for the chaplain, leadership 9, and they've taken 2 casualties. So, Blood Angels do have a presence in this corner. 2 characters and 3 Terminators versus half an army. Sounds like something the Blood Angels would be up for, fighting against all the odds. They might be joined by some support in this corner, or do we commit to another flank or to the centre of the board? That's the decision the Sanguinor is going to have to make. Wherever he goes, surely the Sanguinary Guard will follow. James has attempted to destroy the Terminator, or the Predator Annihilator down here, but failed. It has survived, but mission accomplished over here. This one has gone. This flank here has collapsed now for the Blood Angels, but Scouts still holding this objective. These have been removed. The Blood Angels still taking a battering here. They'll need a good return, or a good turn, next round. I think the Sanguinor and the Sanguinary Guard have got to arrive, and they've got to make some kind of impact to try and swing this game back for the Blood Angels, but the odds look stacked against them here. They haven't yet recovered from the Astra Militarum going first. No assaults, James says, no charges to make, so that will end the turns. We're just going to cash in here on any objectives that have been secured. Right, okay, Hammer of the Emperor here. Remember we said, James, if he cleared one of these objectives, he's cleared this one, so he gets a victory point for that.
Supremacy.
Supremacy, which is 3 objectives, yep, D3. Very good.
D3.
Another 2. James starting to knock up the points here. This is good for the Astra Militarum, not only causing trouble for the Blood Angels, but also securing the vital objective points. Or victory points, yeah. And area denial, not quite yet. Okay. So that is the end of the turn. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Blood Angels. They need a miracle. They look up to the skies to see golden angels with great wings descending somewhere on this battlefield. Right, so movement here for the Blood Angels. The Angels have descended in this corner here with the Sanguinor and the Sanguinary Guard. So we're going to split our attacks across here. So this these 6 models are going to try and take on these 50 models. These models here are going to try and take out all of this. The odds stacked against the Blood Angels, but that's the start they like. Right, so what we've done is we've deployed this model here slightly further back 9 inches than here. So it means that we'll be able to fire the squad at the closest target, which will be the Psyker. Try and eliminate him with shooting, and then try and charge up here to damage, if not destroy, these tanks if possible. That's the plan. Try and take out the heavy firepower just there. And then rely on our 2+ armor save to try and preserve us as best as possible. Ignoring the middle for now. And then here, the Terminators have lined themselves up ready for a full-on charge against the mortars. We're going to direct our attention against them. Bit of sweet revenge. And then, what's the name of that game again? Hungry Hippos. No, what's it called? Where you smash the plastic things come up and then you hit them with a hammer.
Oh,
can't remember, but anyway, we'll have fun with the Thunder Hammers here, hopefully. Lining up. Now, one of the... yeah, you're thinking of the circus. Yes, alright, okay. Right, trying to concentrate here. So, we've resurrected one. Look, there's one come back. So it took a command reroll to do it, but now I've gone up to a squad of 4 with 1 wound remaining. Another Terminator has been pulled back to his feet, injected here with stimulants by the Sanguinary Priest and told to get back in the fight. So good for him. Chaplain's nearby on the red rampage as well, getting ready to charge in. So I reckon we cause trouble here, and if the charges go off, if we can make the distance and cause trouble on the other flank here as well. So Blood Angels trying their utmost to cause trouble here for the Astra Militarum. We'll cover objectives in just a moment. We've drawn some new cards, and then around here, remain stationary. The scouts here, and then also the Predators remain stationary as well. Going to try and continue to fire off towards the super heavy tank. So we're on defend objective number 1. So that's objective number 1 is over here. We've got to hold this for 2 turns. A little bit of pressure on James. We can hold it this turn. Can we hold it for another turn is the question. So there's that one. There's 2 points available for the Blood Angels for that one. And then Blood and Guts we already know about. That's for killing units in the fight phase. You reckon we might be able to destroy 3 targets there and possibly gain D3 command points or victory points for that. And then defend objective number 4. We may well ditch that one. Objective number 4 is right on top there. It's a bit out of reach for now. You can see that we dropped one here. That was to destroy a unit with the fly keyword, which is none of them here at all for the Astra Militarum. That's movement done. No psychic phase. We'll go straight into shooting now. Blood Angels on turn 2. Yeah, okay, 4 las cannon shots then. 5s and 6s. Yes, again. Oh, 2 hits. Now this is the good thing. It's strength 9. 3s for wounds. Yes, 2 wounds come through. Oh,
yes, double 6.
6s. Any 6s will be infuriating here. James rolls a 6. So it's D6 damage though. Happy enough with that result. We'll see what we score. It's a 5. Ouch.
So he's down to
7.
7 wounds.
7 wounds left. I'm not sure if you're in a bracket. I don't think you are, but heading that way towards severely crippled here. So yeah, we're 1 away from the next bracket, but that's a good result there coming through from the Predator Annihilators. James will regret not bringing that down this turn. It's las cannon fire, and it's still continuing to contribute here in this battle. Scouts have no target. This Predator's destroyed. These have no target, so we'll see if there's some grenades to be thrown and some Angelus bolt guns to fire at James's Psyker. So if the Blood Angels make a resurge here in this game, it will be legendary. So rerolls to hit. Angelus bolt guns are going to go and fire across here against the Psyker. Needing 3s. They've all hit. 3s for wounds. Failed with 3. And these are at -1.
So 6 up saves.
6 up saves.
He has 4 wounds. Oh, yes, he's alive!
I don't believe this. I don't believe it. I mean, honestly.
4 wounds, yes, live.
He's got 1 wound left. Where's the Sanguinor? He's got nothing. He doesn't even bring a pistol with him. Just has grenades. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Right, so 3 wounds left. That is madness. Okay. There's nothing I can do. No. He has nothing. Grenades are out of range. Okay. So that's the shooting done. Not too bad though, but we failed in our task there of bringing that psychic down. Okay, shooting phase finished here as well. 2 crack grenades thrown and both missed. That was from the chaplain and the sanguinary priest. No, actually, he's not allowed to shoot. He's not allowed to do anything if he uses his Narfecium. So that's that done. Okay, so that is shooting phase finished. Disappointment there on the right-hand flank. Shooting is all right for the Blood Angels, but combat is more their forte here. So we'll go on to assaults next. Got to carefully plan this one. How we're going to work this. Danger of overwatch from this thing. And then if we can reach here, I've got Descent of Angels on standby as we try and charge in against this Russ. So roll up some charges and then potentially overwatch here as well. We'll see how well the Blood Angels get into combat, what kind of casualties they take. Okay, so assaults have taken place in Overwatch. It's gone very well on one flank and terrible on the other. Okay, this is the bad flank here. We've taken some deadly Overwatch fire. So we didn't charge this tank. We charged here, but it's James's sponsons overheating with them. A mortal wound was taken. 3 wounds got through. We fouled with our 6-up saves there with the overcharged plasma, and 3 of those brought down. Defensive, yes, you played that stratagem. Yeah, defensive gunners, excellent stratagem, really helping the Russ out. Failed to reach in combat here with this charge, didn't roll high enough, used a command reroll, still failed with that. Descent of Angels did get us into combat, rolled a 13, so 2 of them have made it in, but that's not going to be enough to destroy that tank. And they've lost their numbers, they don't get their bonuses granted by the Warlord as well. So it's disaster here on this flank. Better over here, we didn't take any damage on Overwatch at all, the Terminators. We charged at the Russ, and also this front squad of mortars, taking no damage at all. James failing to wound here, and failing to wound here as well, so nothing came through at all. Chaplains joined in the fight, and then the sanguinary priest just at the back, just there, unable to charge this turn. So we'll now go on to combat resolution. So we'll go 6 attacks into here with these 3 Terminators. Need 4s, and then we'll re-roll because of the chaplain. Good for you guys. We're fighting at strength 10 because of the sanguinary priest, needing 3s. And 3 of them get through. James needs saves here of 6s. You actually need a double 6 here, otherwise you'll be destroyed.
Triple 6 for an insult.
Oh, close, right. 6 damage taken. This is exactly what we needed. So, Rust destroyed. You can. I'm so glad to kill that thing. Sorry, carry on. So you can roll up to see if you detonate. You'd probably like to. No, alright, so Rust destroyed. So I've got the sergeant left here. He's going to try and smash these mortars. Need 4s. Ouch, need 2s.
They're dead.
Has he just wiped them out?
Yes.
Oh, yes, 3 damage a time. Good for you, Terminators.
You really think guards will have an in-run save?
No, I just... no, that's really good. No, well done, Terminators. That's really proud of you. You've done really well. They've actually paid for their points. Pretty much there, so they've done very well indeed. We'll see what we can do with the chaplain. He's now out of the target. We'll see what he can do. He might be able to just move into that, but not get to attack. We'll see what the rules say. Yeah, so we'll not bother. If I go in, I can't attack. James can. James can just pull back and fire anyway with his get back in the fight rules. So we're not going to bother. We're just going to keep safe within the protective zone just there. So now James has got to try and root out this Blood Angel's presence here. He's lost a main battle tank, severely damaged super heavy, and the rest is sort of just fluff around this area. It's not too significant. So this might be quite hard for James to remove from play. And the busy sanguinary priest will continue working on his patience just there. Alright, so that's gone well. We'll now resolve this combat over here. So what we've done, a bit of redemption here. The model here, I've swung him round to closest enemy model. That takes us within an inch. James can fight me. I can't fight him, but that's silenced that tank for a turn. Is there an order that can get you out of that?
No. That's only for infantrymen.
Right, well that's significant. That is helpful. And then we can direct our attacks now against this Russ here to try and cause as much trouble as possible. Yes. So 4 attacks hitting 3s. There's no rerolls available. 5. Oh no, he's hanging back here for some reason. I said to him, if he got his pistol and he hasn't taken it very well, he's been insulted. No wound. That's it. But tactically, we've denied these 2 tanks from firing. So interesting results here. That's combat's result. James, you can fight back with both of these models. Yeah, I think they're just going to be the same, aren't they?
Yeah, 6 attacks needing 6s.
Okay. 2 hits. Okay, he's good at rolling 6s. 2 wounds. If I roll 2 1s. Oh, no, passed. All right, so no problem at all. Yeah, so that's the end of the turn. Combat's resolved. I'm going to trade in Blood and Guts. I don't think I'm going to be able to score 3, so we'll just get a guaranteed point for that. So we'll just put that over there. Scored this turn. Defend objective number 4 I'm going to drop. You can do that for free at the end of the turn, and then we'll try and hold out here on objective number 1 to score 2 points. At the end of James's 3rd turn, if you're able to hold out that long, James has these forces to try and move in. We'll see if he can make it. He might need to try and get a charge in there and try and remove the scouts. It looks like the scouts might be able to hold on to this one. We'll see. Oh no, you got move. Yeah, so you might be able to cause trouble. Okay, so that's the turn finished here for the Blood Angels. They've researched to some degree an excellent result down in this flank here. A real thorn in the side here for James to try and remove them. He has these forces here, but sort of blindsiding the Astra Militarum. So the fight's not over yet. Blood Angels still putting up some resistance, and tactically they've caused trouble here on this flank as well, but it has cost them dearly with the Overwatch. We'll now go on to the 3rd turn for the Blood Angels as they continue. They're still dominating here in this game. They still look the stronger side. They've caused more damage than the Blood Angels have, but the game's not over yet. We'll go on to their turn 3 coming up next. Alright, so movement done here for the Astra Militarum. James just advancing those another inch. That's an advance move made by them. Scout Sentinels move to here to start putting fire down on this scout squad here. And then manoeuvring with the Russes, not be able to shoot this turn, but trying to advance them and move them up.
Can't advance because I pulled out of combat. They just
movement. Okay, movement 10. Done by those. They're trying to sweep around this flank and ready to fire next turn. Astra Militarum infantry units moving in here to try and take on the 2 remaining Sanguinary Guard. And then the Psycho moving across. James, no doubt, will try and use a bit of smite here against the Sanguinor. Psychic Maelstrom as well.
I can't do them as well. I can choose which one.
Oh, you're going to manifest 1, thankfully. Phew, you could almost try and kill him otherwise. Holding position here with the heavy bolters. This squad moving down. I think James is just going to try and eliminate the Blood Angel threat from that flank once and for all. And then Las Cannon team holding position this time. Holding position here with the super heavy. Holding position on objective number 3 with the Scout Sentinel. And then this screen here, which could cause trouble for the Blood Angel Terminators. Could try and smash their way through that. Remember, it's this squad here also linked up with this squad on top. There's a lot of infantry there in that one squad. If we smash these away, James will take casualties from up here, so that's going to cause trouble. Mortars pulled.
Stood still.
Stood still. Oh, that one stood still. Okay, so that's movement done. We're going to psychic phase next. Okay, so smite then. James, you could kill me if you roll an 11. No, you rolled a 4.
I'm going to reroll this 1 for command points. 5 plus a regain. I don't.
And a 1 would be good. 6, now it goes off nicely. D3 mortal wounds, that's a 4. 2 mortal wounds caused here against the Sanguinor. He's still very much alive, but he has been mortally wounded here. Partially electrocuted. Feathers puff into the air here as damage is taken from him. So I knew that Psycho caused trouble if he survived. He shouldn't have done, but James rolled 4 6s, so he's alive and smiting away. So, psychic phase done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay, so order's been granted here. So move.
Yep.
So they've moved it to there. Looks like I'm going to hold this objective. James isn't going to reach far enough, so we'll be able to pick up 2 points just here. So they've done their move.
Voxcasters.
Right, Voxcasters helping James.
18 inches, and the commander did 3 of another.
Okay.
So.
And then other orders have been issued all across the board here, so we'll let James make some shooting attacks next. Okay, so firepower so far. Las pistol, failed to wound. Couple of first rank fire, second rank fire shots come through. No damage taken. Again on the Sanguinor. Heavy bolters fired through, and in total we failed 1 save, which our command rerolled and passed, and Veritas Vitae didn't help out, so command point has been used up. But no damage taken so far on the Sanguinor. That's a lot of the infantry fire done around here. James is now going to fire
2 las cannons.
Those 2 las cannons, the Predator, and that one can't see, so he's going to fire across against these. So 1 shot here.
Yep. Pause to hit rerolling because I take aim. Stood still. Rerolling.
Missed.
As a hit.
Okay.
Choose to wound.
So wound comes through. So that's a complete reroll, not reroll 1s.
No, it's rerolls. It's rerolls to hit because I
Rerolls
stood
to hit.
still and take aim.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go for a 6 up, 5 up. Come on, if ever I needed a 5 up. No, I've used up my reroll, so it's D6 damage.
3.
1 gone.
1 has been pulverized.
Ouch. Okay, one left. I'll not put a morale marker on there because it's auto pass on him. Auto pass as in not enough casualties taken, and there's only one left. Yeah, 2 laser cannon shots. So forced to try and hit this predator here. James could finish this off if he gets his hits, which he does. This is not good. 3s for wounds. 1 wound gets through. It's a 5 up to block. James is going to command reroll to try and do a good job here, which he doesn't get it through. I'm going to try and regain it. No. Right, 5+. This would be really, really helpful if we can make this. Nope, it's D6 damage. 2+ to destroy the tank. 6, nice one. And we'll see if we detonate, which we do not. But Predator destroyed. Nice shots there from that laser cannon team. Blood Angels failed to destroy that squad. I was planning to try and hose it down with the Storm Raven gunship, but it was destroyed before I could do that. So it's cost us here at this mid stage of the game. So that's all the main battle tanks destroyed now for the Blood Angels. You can see their burning wrecks smouldering across the battlefield here. So James has done a good job dealing with them. We'll press on here, see what else James has to shoot with. Right, so Scout Sentinels fired. We passed a save on there against that Sanguinary Guardsman. Needed to pass that because that would have been 2 damage. We've lost a Scout Marine just here. That was firepower from the lone mortar just there at the back. So James is firing. He's firing this squad here, and he's trying to cause trouble against this Sanguinary Guardsman. That's a wound. This is coming through from a cracked grenade from the grenade launcher. I just know I'm going to foul this. Oh, he passed just about. Dear me. Okay. So he's got massed firepower from this squad to come through. But it's a 2-up save to try and... oh, this is a frag grenade being thrown now.
Sergeant's thrown a frag. 1 wound.
There's a wound come through.
2-up.
So 2-up. Oh boy, the last one left. This is all that's left really for Blood Angels on this flank. Right, so total firepower coming from them. James has rolled up here. It's 4 saves to make. A wound taken. So we have 1 wound left. Last of the Sanguinary Guard here. Grenades being thrown here. Bolt pistol actually being fired from the Commissar. No further damage being taken. So options now is not much left. You are in 6. No, just double checking that range for the grenade. Okay. So James, I think, saving the best till last here. Getting ready to fire this one. I think he's going to go after the Terminators. Okay, so 1 invuln save here. This is from the main gun. Yeah, James has rolled up for this and wounded just with 1. 3+ save. Yes, the invuln save holds. Come on, Terminators, you can do it.
Autocannon.
2 shots of the autocannon, double 1.
Snake eyes.
2 laser cannon shots. James is going to fight everything, by the way, into these to try and reduce them down. He does get his wound. Autocannon's quite helpful. It's a 3+.
Laser cannon, this one.
Oh, laser cannon, sorry, yeah, definitely a 3+ then. No, 2. D6. 1. It doesn't matter. It's a wounded... It's the wounded one. The one that was resurrected. The one that was pulled to his feet. Now his head blown off by a laser cannon. Or a nice clean hole through his chest and out the other side by the laser shot come through. So the sound of screaming and the smell of burnt flesh coming from the corner there as the laser cannon shot comes through. So...
Demolisher.
Demolisher next. D3 shots this time.
Firing the Demolisher cannon. 3 shots.
In 5s.
Kind of reminds me of Dawn of War 2. This scene. 2 hits.
2 hits, very good.
Strength 10, AP -3.
2 sore wounds, double 6. Invuln saves here, come on. 1 gets through. D6 damage, think he's going to get another one. Yes, another Terminator destroyed, blown apart there by the Demolisher cannon. So Sanguinary Priest will be busy. There's 2 Terminators left, the Sergeant, 1 other. 2 of them have been slain, so that squad's been knocked right down there. That'll be helpful. James will be glad. Every Terminator that's gone decreases the chance of us causing trouble for the super heavy. So this is a heavy bolter fire coming through now. Need 5s.
Twin heavy bolters, 3 sets. Need 5s to hit.
There's a good few. They only need 3s to wound. All of them. 6. Yeah, so actually take a regular armor save because you're on +1 for cover. 2s. Failed with 1. There's nothing I can do about it, but we've kept the last 2 alive. 1's taken a win. So that's the super heavy done. James is going to fire first rank fire, second rank fire with these squads. We'll work out how many shots and hits and wounds he gets going after the Terminators again. Yeah, all right. So we have finished the shooting. Another Terminator gone. That was a crack shot from the grenade launcher from the squad. Yeah, took him out just there. And then we rolled a 1 for our save. So we're just down to the sergeant left, that squad of Terminators. But that's the shooting done. Anything else? I think you're virtually finished here. We'll just check to see if there's anything left. There might be charges. All right, so shooting phase is finished. So potential charges to take place. James may try and pick up the last wound here on this sanguinary guardsman. We'll see if there's any of our charges to take place. We'll go on to charges in Overwatch next. Okay, so charges have taken place. Guardsman squads fixed bayonets and charged in. So is the Psyker. The Psycho's charged in against the Sanguinor. Okay, so we'll resolve these combats next. Right, so this combat here, James is going first here. He's going to pick that one. 3 attacks.
I'm going to spend a command point to reroll this hit. 5+ to regain. Nope. And the reroll to hit.
So, what do you need to hit? 4s?
3s.
3s? Weapon skill 3+?
Weapon skill 3+. Yeah, primary.
It's double checked. Wow. Okay, so 3s to wound.
Yeah, strength 5 plus 2 strength is -1, d3 damage.
No, you can't. You're not going to be allowed to kill me. Otherwise, I'll never live it down. Roll it up, please. Oh, no, please. Oh, double no. 1. It's about time you rolled badly. Okay, so that's that one resolved. The next charge, I'm not going to interrupt you here. No. You can just fight.
Fix bayonets! Attack!
Okay, so 12 attacks coming in 4s.
4s to hit. Come on, regulars.
See if the bayonet can finish off this.
Impress the Commissar.
Yeah, eager enough, that's for sure. So you're on 5s to wound. Just the 1 comes through. Oh dear. Come on, not today. Today we get a 2+. Yes, we do. Okay, so I can fight back now. 2 attacks. Nothing. Down here. 5 attacks.
He's dead.
And I get +1 for my bubble.
He's dead.
2s. Reroll. 2s. Oh, right. That's the end of him. That was a strange why he charged in. Who knows? It's be forever a mystery why he charged in. Right, so do a 3-inch consolidation move. Has to be towards the nearest enemy, which can be just over here. Okay, so consolidation move made, and that's it. Okay, so turn's finished. Turn 3 is over. We'll see if James has any cards to redeem this time around.
Have I killed anything in the shooting phase?
I will check. Yes, you killed this one. Overwhelming firepower. So that gives you a victory point. Okay, so another one picked up. It means that James has scored 6 with the cards, plus others that are available as well, compared to our 2. No, our 4. The turn's finished. We have achieved this. So we'll get 2 points for securing or defending objective number 1. So he's discarding Hold the Line, and he'll be able to draw 2 cards next turn. That's the end of the turn then. Third turn coming up next to the Blood Angels. There's still some of them left on the board, and they're still sort of spread around. The Sanguinor is still alive. Sanguinary Guardsmen fighting away, but Blood Angels still, this is getting tougher now. Less and less options available. Guard beginning to oppress them even more. But we'll press on. We'll go on to Blood Angels turn 3 coming up next. Alright, so start of the turn here, 3 for the Blood Angels. Defend objective number 6. So we've got to hold that for 2 turns. That's that objective there. An important objective for Blood Angels. It's being held, but they've got to cling on for 2 turns. It doesn't look possible. Secure objective number 1, which is over here. We could pick that one up just there. If we just sit where we are. And then domination. Secure every objective on the table. I don't think so. Somehow. Okay, so that's the objectives that are available, but still some points can be scored. Whatever happens in this game, Blood Angels will get a score here, respectable enough at least. But what they'll cling on here and fight on, yeah, for dear life. We'll go on to their movement phase next. Okay, so moving with the Blood Angels here. We haven't given up yet. We're going to try and make ourselves as hard to kill and as difficult to find as possible. So we're going to hide. So we're going to hold him. So holding here on objective number 6. If we can hold this for our turn and the next turn, we'll get 2 points for that one. So those scouts remain where they are. A little bit of help has emerged for them. These scouts here have plucked up the courage just to move to the edge here. They better fire through here at these guardsmen, but not give line of sight to the heavy bolters that are watching just over there. We checked the line of sight there, and James will not be able to see them. So a bit of firepower coming across here, a bit of firepower from bolters as well. Going to try and reduce this guard squad down. We'll get a point if we hold this objective as well. That is secure objective number 1. So Blood Angels, we're just going to quietly and calmly try and pick up as many points as possible. There's more good news here as well. The Sanguinors jumped around, and we're going to try and attempt to charge into this rust. I hope we don't die from Overwatch. We've remained in combat just here. Going to try and cause as much trouble as we can for this group of Astra Militarum advancing around. Then, ignoring all of this stuff in the middle for now, and here, considering the fact this screen is too difficult for us to try and get through, if we move out into the open, we'll be shot to pieces by this thing. So what we've done instead is if you can see it in there, but there's a sanguinary priest with his chalice there. They're having to sit down, passing the cup here, having a drink, a cup of tea here. If in crisis, just relax, have a cup of tea, discuss what's going on, and he's using his Narvacium here on a command reroll. He has resurrected another one of the Terminators. So the one with the hole in his chest has been patched up and pulled back up again for the second time to have another go. So another Terminator's returned to play. So there's 2 of them now, the Sergeant and the wounded Salt Marine. That cost us command reroll, which we rolled Veritas Vitae, and we got a 5. So it didn't cost us anything in command points. Still 4 command points left out of 9 for the Blood Angels. Just going to try and build up our strength in here. I'm going to try and make ourselves as difficult as possible to remove, securing line breaker, and building on our strength as each turn goes past. Oh, and
keep healing.
Keep healing, yes. And also, I'm just going to chuck crack grenades out the window to keep any against the mortar team just there. Desperate stuff here for the Blood Angels. We're going to try and cling on here to keep ourselves in the game. Try and keep the victory points flowing. Try and give the Blood Angels some kind of chance of securing a cheeky victory. We'll go now on to shooting phase next. Blood Angels on turn 3. Okay, so shooting phase complete here. Firepower from this scout squad and some shots coming down from here has brought down 2 of the guardsmen from that squad. Then across here, a crack grenade was thrown expertly by the Sanguinor. We got our wound and we rolled a 5 for our D3 damage, so 3 wounds taken. Down to 8 now on this Russ just here. Couldn't shoot. No shooting options, and just bolt gun as an assault weapon. There for the sanguinary guardsman. Then here we threw the crack grenade out the window. James rolled a 6 for a save after a wound was caused. That is the end of shooting. We'll go on to assaults and Overwatch next. Yeah, James is going to play defensive gunners. It has to be done. We've just got to try and survive this barrage coming through. It'll be disaster if he's brought down, or if he takes any kind of damage. Actually, we need to keep him alive. James is relishing the opportunity here. 2d3 sponsons.
Supercharging.
These are the ones that could cause a real trouble. Supercharging. 5 shots, even 5s. Ah, no, this is not so good.
5s to hit. Any rolls of 1s or mortal wounds. I take a mortal wound and no hits.
Ooh. A las cannon shot next.
Down to 7.
Oh, down to 7. Sorry, John. 6.
1 mortal wound.
Yep.
And the battle cannon.
D3 shots.
D6.
Oh, D6. Okay. 5 or 6.
I'm going to re-roll that for a command point.
Okay.
So on a 5+ a regain. Nope. And the roll is a 6.
Oh, again.
Down to 5 command points.
James used to have a terrible time with his dice, blaming them, but not so anymore. These grey dice are really good. 5s. 2.
2 hits. Strength 8.
I think we're toughness 4. Should be on 2s to wound. Oh, 1 comes through. Yeah, I'm toughness 4. So I've got to make a save here of 4+, either on the armour or the invuln save. No. I'm going to have to re-roll this. I don't want this coming through. Hang on.
Don't steal.
Oh, you're trying to steal it. Okay. So, Veritas Vitae. We keep it. Just need to roll that again. Actually, I think that was my Veritas Vitae roll, and the other one was... No, I'm joking. Okay. D3 damage then.
No reroll.
You roll a 5 or 6, you'll kill the Sanguinor. Please. Oh, wound taken. Oh, okay. Right, so another wound can be left with him. He has 5 wounds. He's taken 3. Las cannon. Oh, no.
Face.
5 or 6. Oh, no.
2s to wound.
3 is... Yeah, 2's to wound, yeah.
3 is a wound.
Oh, 4+ invuln. That's a 6.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, okay. We need to add the wound to him. So I'll up my charge distance. is 7. Okay, so I'll move to there. I'm not within an inch of him, but I've just made it to contact. Moving just to there. The plan is to try and kill him, 7 wounds left, and then pay a visit to him. Just to be a real pain here towards getting towards the end of the game, really. Okay, so that's that one done. Any other assaults? I don't think so. We're not going to charge here. We're going to hold this objective, and we're not going to hold here. We're still busy drinking from the chalice just over there. So we'll resolve combats next. So I'm going to play Red Rampage here on the Sanguinor to grant D3 extra attacks. This is the number of attacks, a 1, and then we'll Veritas Vitae, and we do get it back. So it hasn't cost us anything to play that one. So 7 attacks, 5 attacks, 1 for a +1 attack, and for his bubble, and then +1 for Red Rampage. 2 hits. We'll re-roll those 2. 4s for wounds. It's 5s becomes 4s for Red first. Ah, just the 2. We're on the fight phase now. I could go for a reroll here. Yeah, we'll go for a reroll. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. So, 4+. Yes. Veritas Vitae. No, so it has cost us a point. So James stole that, by the way, with his roll there when I was using the command point. So that's 3. -4.
Yes, nice for you.
3d3. So 3, 4, 5 wounds taken. 2 left.
Double bracket.
So crippled here. This combat. 2 attacks. Just going to check the range here. We might be within 6. Okay. James is interrupting here. That was his intent. So he's going to try and bring this sanguinary guardsman down. I am within 6, by the way, so we'll get the extra attack and rerolls. So James would like to bring this model down if he can. It's got to get through 1/2 up armor save with 12 attacks.
4s to hit. Remember, guardsman, the commissar's behind you, so perform well.
Not bad.
5 hits. That's below average.
5's to wound.
1.
Just the 1. Oh, it's always. Okay, 3 attacks back. Reroll. 3's for wounds.
3's to kill.
Yep, 2 dead. Oh, excuse me. Okay. There. Alright, so that's that combat resolved. Okay, I played Honour the Chapter here to fight against him. 7 attacks. I've got 3 command points left. I've got 1 of them back with Veritas Vitae, and so I've got 1 left in total. 7 attacks. 2s. Well, we'll see. 4s for wounds. Good. He's dead. Got him. Do not explode. It's your roll to see if you detonate. Nope. And that's it. That's that tank destroyed. So we've just removed the model from play there, and then we've consolidated in towards the nearest enemy model. James can fight.
3 attacks and 6s.
Okay.
1 hit. Strength 7.
3's for wounds. No. Okay. So well done, Sanguinor. That's pretty good. Again, help of some nice stratagems there. Because the battalion having some pretty good stratagems available, he's destroyed a rust there. That's very good from him. And he's silenced this one from firing. That's to try and help out the scouts down here, desperately trying to cling on. That's the end of the turn. There's morale to do here. You'll probably pass that, no problem.
Leadership 9.
9, lost 2, fine. So that's auto pass. These are out of range of people. They may.
Leadership 8.
Oh, right, leadership 8. Okay, so they're fine.
6.
Okay, so that's no problem from them. And then we'll just calculate some victory points. Yes, we'll pick up a point for securing objective number 1. Okay, so that's all the objectives handed in. This one we've got to try and hold on to for a turn. Pretty much against this lot. Oh boy, that's going to be tight. There's 2 points available there. Have the Blood Angels done enough? They've silenced the tanks over here, destroying one and keeping another one quiet. But still, there's this squad and this walker here as well. Might be able to bring these down by firepower. We'll see. Blood Angels desperately clinging on just here. And still this 5-man squad available here as well. We'll now go on to turn number 4 for the Astra Militarum. Game's gone on longer than they're expecting. A little bit of frustration here for the guard, and Blood Angels still causing trouble. Liam Russ brought down, and 1 has been silenced up this end, and then the Blood Angels in this corner still not been eradicated, securing line breaker and mustering their strength. We're going to the 4th turn now for the Astra Militarum. Okay, so moving done for the Astra Militarum here. James trying to press ahead here, make this victory secure. But Blood Angel's not quite dealt with yet. So this squad moved across 6 inches. James is going to try and pour down some fire on this squad of scouts. Sentinels maintain position just to fire at the full ballistic skill. This tank's moved away 12 inches, and that's all it can do, it not be able to shoot. This squad's pulled out of combat. James will be able to give it an order to be able to shoot. Characters moving back here and then holding position with the scout sentinel just there. This squad's moved down. Heavy bolters remain stationary. Laser cannon teams moved up, and then forming a screen, this large squad spread out all the way across here, flanking the super heavy to protect it from any attacks coming in from the Terminators and the Blood Angel characters lurking inside this building. Then Scout Sentinels moved around to try and get some flanking shots against them. Mortars held position, and then the platoon commander just there has moved across. That's movement done. Still plenty of options available for the Astra Militarum, but Blood Angel's proving to be a bit elusive here at the moment. We'll go on to shooting phase. Psyker's dead. Shooting phase next. Alright, so just to mention cards then, area denial still at centre of the board, which James could still potentially get. Overkill, if one of James's vehicles destroys a Blood Angel's unit, or if a Titanic vehicle destroys a unit, James could pick up victory points for that, either 1 point or D3 if this one fulfills that. Chain of command is multiple orders being granted. You're on orders at the moment, and you have granted 3 different types.
So that's move, move, move.
Yes.
They have got...
So move, move, move granted here.
Take aim with that one.
Take aim with that one.
The platoon commander.
Yes.
And get back in the fight.
Across there. Okay, that's mission secure. So James will get a point for that as well. So Astra Militarum trying to stay ahead here, picking up points for these objectives. We'll let James make some shooting attacks now. Alright, so shooting phase finished here. James has completed all of his firepower. Not too much going on, especially in this corner, just with the Terminators and HQs hidden away. We passed the save here. Scout Sentinel got a hit and a wound, and that was it from this corner. But across here, tragedy here, will not be able to secure this objective now. Defend objective number 6 has failed. The 2 scouts were destroyed. Mortars caused trouble. James command rerolling the number of shots coming through. The wounds making an impact. We lost 2. Then I command rerolled past the cover save, and Veritas Vitae, we kept it. Then James fired this squad through, and oh no, it was the auto overlapping fields of fire. Auto can, you roll 2 threes to hit. It worked really well. 1 wound came through, which we failed. Roll 1. I've already used up my reroll, so the last scout was killed. The sergeant died. So close to holding that objective. This squad was then freed up, but only one of them could see through to here, and James missed when he shot through at the scouts just there. Across here, the Sanguinor survived. That was firepower from all of these units here, firing through, and then the last of the Sanguinary Guard was killed by the heavy bolters positioned up on top of the ruin. So not too bad. Still whittling away at the Blood Angels, but they're not quite destroyed yet. We'll go on to assaults next if James has any here on turn 4.
Spend these 2 points.
So no assaults taking place. You're going to trade in.
Points, yeah.
Okay.
1 point for this one.
Yep, that's overkill.
There's no one in the middle.
Right, okay, yes, well done. Objective secured here. 1 point. It's for aerial denial, so another 2 added on, and that keeps James nicely ahead. So yeah, that lurches the guard ahead here. Blood Angel's struggling now. We would have had 2 more points to add to that, but it was denied here, so it was a good turnout for the Astra Militarum at the end of turn 4. We're going to turn 4 now for the Blood Angels. They still have some fight left in them. Okay, so moving done for the Blood Angels here. Scout squad's moved around, just going to try and maximise our firepower. Then here the Sanguinors moved across, going to try and pick off 11 wounds somehow on this Russ. And then we have restored a wound here with the Sanguinary Priest, and then lining ourselves up to throw 2 crack grenades out the window there against the mortar team to get the final revenge against them. That's movement done. A desperate bid here for the Blood Angels towards the end, trying to pick up victory points. Well, we'll try and see it out to turn 5. Might be able to pick up some points there as well. We'll see. We'll go on to shooting phase next. The Blood Angels on turn 4. Okay, so shooting phase here. Frag grenade and bolt pistol fire brought down 2 guardsmen. Crack grenade failed to wound here. Then coming around, crack grenades are thrown out of the window, but failed to do damage here against the lone mortar team. That shooting phase finished. We're going to charges next. I've got a bad feeling going to get brought down here. by this Liam Russ, but it just has to be done. It's desperate here at this stage in the game. Right, some charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges are taking place. Yes, the Sanguinor's off the table. He was hit by multiple plasma rounds. Did you play defensive gunners? Yeah, it works every time. No, it's very, very helpful, especially with this kind of tank. Sanguinor destroyed. He had a load of 4+ Inv1 saves to make.
Two mortal wounds.
He did take mortal wounds overall in ones, yes, down to 9. Then across here, the scouts, seeing the Sanguinor brought down, just went crazy and charged out of the building, so they've charged in. And then around here, yeah, the red first, that's why they sat down and had a drink here. So, charged with the chaplain coming out to try and finish off the mortals once and for all. So that's all the charges, resolve these combats. Alright, so combat's resolved here, a bit of sweet revenge. Mortar team's gone, chaplain's consolidated, sort of in this direction, just to there. So that's that combat resolved. And then around here, the scouts did well, bringing down 3 of the guardsmen. And then James has since busted morale, and just one of them left after the slain or the fleeing models have been removed. James did no damage at all in combat against the scouts. They've done well bursting out of cover just there, and they fulfilled psychological warfare. So a point was picked up just there as well. And that's it. So Blood Angels, I would have said they stood a chance if the Sanguinor had got in here and caused trouble for this tank, because then this character would be nicely protected and free to move out and cause trouble, but that option's gone, and now this screen is protecting the super heavy tank. Blood Angels frustrated in this corner, but they've proved difficult to handle here towards the end of the game for the Astra Militarum, but still the Guard dominate this sector for sure. Alright, so that's the end of the turn. Blood Angels have done the best that they can, but victory, or stand any chance in this game, is slipping away from them at this stage. They've clung on well, though. They've doggedly determined to remain in the fight, and they've been picking up victory points as the game has gone along. A couple of chances they've missed now. Hold the line, we could have gone forward. We needed 3 units in our deployment zone, and we needed to destroy the 1 unit that was in our deployment zone as well, but failed. So that point has slipped away from us. Then supremacy here, D3 victory points if you control any 3 objectives. Possible, but now with a number of units been knocked down, the Sanguinor's gone, so that quicker option around the board has been removed. That looks less and less likely. We'll go now on to the 5th, possibly final turn now, of the Astra Militarum as they continue to try and mop up what's left of the Blood Angels here. So we're on the 5th turn here for the Astra Militarum. James has drawn some good cards here. Kingslayer, D3 victory points if your opponent's warlord has been destroyed during this or any previous turn. So James will get that. In fact, you can just roll that now. D3 victory points. I know he's going to roll well. 5. Ha! Some 3 points picked up for that. Well done. So that well and truly puts the Astra Militarum ahead. That could be the final nail in the coffin here. Defend objective number 3. Look at this. He's got it. And then secure objective number 6, which is just behind the ruin here. And the Sentinel's just moved on to it. I think we're looking at game over here. Yeah, he's going to move. He's just secured that one as well. And there's nothing pretty much the Blood Angels can do. We have a teleport homer. You can just destroy it, yet you've moved within 9 inches of it. Oh, yes, that's extinguished the hope of the Terminator's making that jump move. Okay, just sitting there drinking tea inside this ruin and not getting involved in the fight. They've given up here. They don't want to be destroyed. The super heavies controlling the area, and so the Terminators are happy to lurk where they are. Just don't have the strength, and there's no way of breaking through the screen of guardsmen just here. So James is making some final moves here. Oh no, look at this. He's going to remain stationary with this vehicle and blast the scouts to Kingdom Come. Guardsmen encroaching in as well. It's all a bit depressing here for the Blood Angels.
Not for me.
Right, yes, no. James, the happy guardsman here, is happy enough, but it's been difficult here for the Blood Angels. It's the game here where they've gone second and paid the price immediately, and then has been on the back foot ever since. They tried to claw their way back, but it just hasn't been quite enough. Alright, so last of the movement done. James just making a move with the Scout Sentinel. This one secured the objective, as we've seen. It's objective number 6 secured. The lone guardsman here is pulled out of combat, and that's to let the tank fire and blast away at the scouts. James holding position here with these squads. There's not much for them to do. He's now secured objective number 2 with this guard squad, and just spreading out here with the screen, just doing their job, preventing the Blood Angels from making their moves out here, trying to assault in this direction. The screen's blocking that super heavy off. Yeah, James has just corrected his pullback move just to there with that guardsman securing objective number 1. Okay, so that's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. Right, so shooting phase done. Pretty brisk here. Firepower from here, and heavy bolters are available to fire as well. The scouts have been removed from play. They are gone, and that's about it. Still protected around here. Just struggling with the Terminators being alive, preventing firepower from coming through here. So we've left it at that. That's shooting phase finished. Are there any assaults? No assaults. So James can trade in now. Secure objective number 6 has been picked up. That's objective just there. The Scout Sentinel just behind the wall there's picked that one up. So another victory point can be secured for that. And that's about it. So no other cards to trade in. Defend objective number 3. Not going to have enough time to fulfill that because it's next turn. You'd need to fulfill it. Okay. But you've secured victory here nicely. All of these points secured here, plus some others as well. So at this point, I'm going to concede with the Blood Angels. We'll be happy just to leave our little group here in this corner, and that is all that's left. So we'll go now on to objective points secured. We'll see how many points have been secured by both sides. Both sides have picked up a fair amount of points. Okay, so points secured then 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then Linebreaker was secured over here by this Russ. So that's 13, 14, 15 for Slay the Warlord, 16 for First Blood. Yes, okay. Yeah, so 16 points there. Then for the Blood Angels, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Linebreaker secured over here. So 16 points to 7, the final score. Astra Militarum getting pretty much double what the Blood Angels were able to pick up. It's not a total... Well, no, it was bad. It didn't go well. The main battle tanks were early victims here in this game, outmatched and overpowered by the sheer firepower from the Astra Militarum, as happens to a lot of armies that try and take them head on. Blood Angels assault units weren't too bad. Pretty good with the Storm Raven gunship, but it didn't last too long. And then the Terminators caused a lot of trouble, causing havoc there in that corner. And then over here, an attempt was made at an assault. It went okay, but it didn't go too well. And in the end, Astra Militarum dealt with the Blood Angels and the Warlord on this flank. So, good game. It was enjoyable. Blood Angels carried on fighting. Believe they had a chance, which I think they did. They had a chance throughout this game, but then just burnt out there towards the end. So 2 devastating battles have taken place across this terrain. Twice the Blood Angels have made their assault against the Astra Militarum. Check out the first battle to see how well they did. But in this particular game here, they have struggled and they have been repulsed here by the sheer firepower and determination of the Astra Militarum. The elite army has been sent back in defeat. Not many of them left. The last few units just tucked in the corner here, trying to repair the damage that's been done. They'll lurk away or be teleported out or rescued somehow and live to fight another day. But the Blood Angels army that's been sent into this sector has been decimated by the forces of the Astra Militarum. Great game, very enjoyable this one. It's been a good fight, a lot of tactical decisions taking place, but Astra Militarum have prevailed. Great game, thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game here. Plenty to choose from for the guard, at least. So,
Scout Sentinels have lived.
Scout Sentinels were helpful. I'm going to choose my Scouts. I'm going to give it to the Scouts, the Blood Angels. They grant a nice lot of command points. They secured objectives and helped the Blood Angels pick up a good number of points. They were quite hard to root out, hidden away on the board, and they performed a valuable function here for the Blood Angels. So I'm going to give it to them. And then for James, are you going to give it to Scout Sentinels or for your...
Well, the Scout Sentinels have survived.
So you're going to give it to them.
So I would
it's a
give
difficult choice
to them, but I will get into the games that
Executioners. It's a deadly tank. It happily would take on the Predator here as well. So that's good work from the Russ. So Russ versus Predator. Russes have prevailed here in this game. Blood Angels swear their revenge. Their blood will have to continue on the boil for a long time before they get to fight the Astra Militarum again. But there it is. That's units of the game for both sides.